Private property does not exist. Scale is limited by circulation. Buffers and permeability are implicit. Accommodations are generic. Holistic harmony is the purpose. This is from a post I made to my site yesterday, and it's basically kind of an overview of Neotonian architecture, what I've developed so far in terms of the guiding principles. And so this is kind of the first project that I've created since I drafted those basic guidelines. This is a modular segment of a triangular staircase that uses the Neotonian design principles. I'm going to make this transparent so you can see the internal structure. And now the way this is designed, it's completely symmetrical. You can rotate it 180 degrees, and you can stack these modules indefinitely on top of each other to create a staircase of virtually any height. I'll show you how that works here. Come on, okay. So this is 3 of the modules stacked on top of each other. And now the guidelines require a little bit of explanation. Like, for example, private property doesn't exist. What that means is that the structure is implicitly designed to be completely open. Like, there are no doors, there are no like bars on the windows. Anyone can just walk into the structure and use the structure, you know, for the purpose to which it was designed. Which one of the other aesthetics of Neotonian architecture is that designs are super generic. So in other words, while this is obviously a staircase, it's also in a sense a multifunction structure. It can be a supporting column for a building that provides access and supports additional structures. It can be a shelter. I mean, this is not optimal. You wouldn't want to really like shelter in here from a rainstorm or whatever, because this is kind of like a water chute. But anyway, that's sort of the general ideology behind the general structures as opposed to highly specialized structures. Let's see what else. Yeah, the permeability and openness. Essentially, the Neotonian aesthetic, one of the qualities is that these structures do not undermine the properties of open space. So while this structure basically acts as a staircase that you can walk up, it is incredibly open, so light can come in through these little portholes and illuminate the inside of the structure. As you can see, that's actually happening right here, although not dramatically, but enough light so that you can easily navigate the structure without needing electronics or any other kind of additional support infrastructure for it to retain its functionality. And also the air is able to flow through all of the openings, so it doesn't restrict air. And lastly, water. For example, in a rainstorm, the water just flows down through the structure, pours out of these openings. It goes all the way down to the bottom and flows out through the bottom. So in other words, it's basically it's designed to manage the energy in the local system in a very effective and passive way that doesn't sort of interfere in a dramatic way like a lot of structures do. So yeah, I think, there was just one more quality in the list, and that was holism and harmony are basically the objective of these structures, and that's a little more complicated. I don't think I'll go into it in this video, perhaps, but the bottom line is that the structures are designed to work in harmony with the ecosystem and organisms that are in the natural environment, so that they don't present a disruption to those systems. And yeah, so that's basically it. Anyway, I'm kind of slightly proud of this, just because it's the first project I constructed entirely using the principles that I have been working on for quite a while, and I think it illustrates fairly well those principles, and it's also a useful structure in terms of Second Life for the virtual world. I mean, it allows you to, your avatar to just go and walk up a flight of stairs and reach various heights, and with the open architecture here, you could create floors for each of these levels. That's sort of a bonus aspect of the aesthetic. But anyway, yeah, that's basically it. Sorry if this was a bit long and boring and whatever, due to the fact that there's not a lot going on in the video. But yeah, that's introduction to the second generation Neotonian architecture aesthetic. Thanks for watching.